Okay, that's enough about relationships. Let's have some ogres smashing each other in the face with axes. This is Ogre Battle, allegedly, a game that I know absolutely nothing about, and Celine's here with me to explain.
Hello. Well, I consider myself an Ogre series fan, but that doesn't mean I'm an expert. I do have approximate knowledge of a lot of things. Probably a lot of it's wrong. There were a lot of urban legends about this game back in the day, kind of like Mew under the truck kind of stuff. I know a lot about what I've heard about how this game works back then, which may or may not be accurate by modern knowledge, but we'll see.
All right, so and this is the March of the Black Queen, which is the 5th chapter in a series
Fourth.
that never existed. 4th.
I believe it is the 4th. No, wait, no. You're right. It's the 5th. Okay, sorry.
Preceded by the Dance of the Diamonds and the Polka of Destiny.
Well, see,
so-
here's how you can tell. Every subtitle and everything is actually a Queen song.
Really? I think I might have been strung along there a bit more readily than Celine intended. Yeah,
No, I think it actually really is.
Really?
I think Ogre Battle is a Queen song. I believe March of the Black Queen is a Queen song. Later games in the series, I know there's Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together, which I believe is another Queen song. Now, Person of Lordly Caliber is not. They kind of broke the pattern with that one. But
okay. All right, so I don't even know what this game is, but I'm going to find out. Okay. Hello, Jester Eli. Nice to see you again. All right, so here we go.
My name is Warren. I am a great seer who can understand the destiny the stars have placed upon you.
You'd think he'd come up with a better name than Warren in the 5,000 years he's been alive. Something impressive.
I will now use the power of the tarot to decide whether or not you are fit to become our leader.
Oh, is this going to be a personality test that determines my stats from the start? Also note that after 4 million years alive, he hasn't learned how to spell decide yet. Please tell me your name. Okay. Okay, that's my easy option. Is name DXN okay? Yes, for now. Please tell me your sex. Well, you're not up to date, are you? For the time being.
this was a 90s game.
Mm-hmm.
You are staring at the full moon the night before a battle. What are you thinking of?
Well, does the battle involve me? Results of the battle, your family, your beautiful lover. Let's say your beautiful lover. You know, tarot decks were unwieldily large at that stage in history.
What do you think is the best way to pull together and rule people with different hopes and ideals?
Well, being an engineering manager, this should be within my realm of experience. Military force. Religion, leadership and charisma. Oh wow, I read something. It must have been on Twitter or something that said that if there's a job you hate and it's your last day, just go into the Slack channel and say, "So, what's everyone's favorite religion?" and then leave.
Because of a mistake you made, your army is forced to retreat. What do you do?
Lament your mistake, retire from your post, or shrug your shoulders. Well, I would dwell on it for several years and let the bottled up rage continue to rise.
Fate can be cruel. If you could only save one person from the flames of battle, who would it be?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! 3. I mean... You know, ever since we had Penny, things about children in danger or being missing have got exponentially more frightening. Honestly, you know, when I think of Silent Hill now, the most frightening thing about that is the storyline that he's looking for his daughter. Never mind the hell spawn and the alternate dimension. In the sorry, that's not my voice.
In the country which you rule, a cult has started a rebellion. What do you do?
Send your followers, send your army, or abdicate your throne. Well, send your followers. Is this going to go on much longer, by the way? Because I'm a bit tired at this point.
I think you're about done.
Among one of your trusted followers, a traitor is discovered. What do you do?
Give him 200 lashes, banish him forever, kill the traitor. Let's just go with banishment.
And finally, please choose a tarot card from the deck.
Oh, sorry, that was my cursor. Okay, sorry, I missed that.
That's okay. That wasn't a bad choice anyway.
Oh, is it? Oh, what did he say?
Something about gods above, please grant strength to our new leader and victory for us all.
Oh, I thought he was going to give me some results out of that. Is that just a big guessing game?
Oh, you can check your results. You can just look at the kind of unit that your I guess it's called the opinion leader, which is a weird name, but you, the DXN character, that determined his stats, his moves, the kind of unit he has.
Okay. Well,
so I can tell you, if you look at at your leader's moves, I can tell you about how well you did.
Okay. So let's see. Change class, change leader. Where's that? View status?
I think it's under view status. Yeah.
All right. So Shan, McLeody, Carlos, and DXN. Okay, the Lord. Level 1, and he's got all these stats, which mean very little to me. We've got F is poison and B is phantom. Move is planes, item is nothing just now, and his leader status is okay.
Okay, so the fact that you know poison and phantom should tell you that you didn't come out near the good end of the alignment test.
Why does this always happen? No goth. Cost 0 goth. Hi there, Quadralian, by the way. Thank you for coming to visit.
Now, this is not set in stone. You can start with, like, the evil leader's stats and moves and everything and still end up, you know, making all the right choices and being good in the gameplay. You're just, you are a Dark Lord currently.
Okay.
That can change.
Okay, we'll make this my redemption story.
Yes,
So my compatriots are the fearsome Gregory, who seems to have hoarded all the Goths, hate and magic. There's Sharon, which is a cute nickname for Sharnatorator. McLeody, and Carlos. So it's a very multicultural kind of evil cult we have going. Hi, Donimus. Good evening. This is a big crossover between, you know, the old crowd and the new one in the stream chat just now. Okay.
It is. I'm actually not watching the stream chat, so you'll have to tell everyone I said hi.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So this is formation. I've done this before. This is where I'm going to assume that this is the back row, this is the front row, and the front row characters are going to be more damaging, but also more damaged. Poison and Phantom, that seems to be that I should be... Unless that's the front row, because we've got 3 fighters. I might be in the back row. Okay, thank you, Cordelia. Okay, we'll go with that, because I don't know how to intelligently edit units just now. Actually, you know what? Let's not let that stop us. Erase character, don't want to do that just now. Change class? He says okay, the rest say no. I'm going to leave them alone. Change leader and items. What items do I have? Oh, for goodness sake. Use item, equip item, sell item, dispose item, or declare. Alright, equip item. Oh, that was a bit quicker than I thought. Right, let's ignore all that. We've got options, we've got data. Let's go to options. That's on, that's on, that's on. Those can be both too, that's fine. And... okay. We're going to the Castle of Warren. Scene 1 beginning. Okay, so we've got a nice Mode 7 map here. And this is presumably my little man here. So what do I do? Do I just tell him to make his way over there? Do I... okay, so I clicked on him, which means I can get the option of click, or... I don't know, it looks like I thought it was a floppy disk at first, but that would make no sense. I don't know what that is. Yeah,
that's the city.
The city! Oh, yeah, okay, so I was choosing between unit and the city. So I'm going to move. Move the cursor to the unit's destination and press the A button, alright. Okay, so let's go towards that bridge. Hi, Ditherian. There he goes. Alright. Felnamia is maybe population 3824, has almost 1 gold piece per unit of population, and its heart is high, maybe morale, and its I don't know what that last one, second one down is, but it's high, so I'm going to presume that's good unless it's blood pressure. DXN unit has finished moving. Great! Well, we're on our way. Religion,
Progress.
say the chat. That could be it. Alright, so let's move again. And this looks quite interesting here, doesn't it? So there's a hut there. Or it could be just scenery. I don't know the context of this game. I don't know if I'm playing Civilization or an RPG.
Typically, the little, like, tree-sized huts are just decoration. The cities you can interact with are going to be the big freaking ones.
Okay, let's go around this corner then and leave my city open to invaders from the boss. Oh, come on, there's a... Alright, when faced with a problem, they elect to go over it instead of around. I'll remember that. You liberated the trade city Tuscania! Alright. You know, there's something interesting about Civilization, I think, starting from the second game, where at the very start of the game, when you took over a city, you would say you've raided Athens, or whatever it is, and then about the year 1950 or 1960, it'll change to using the term liberated, and there's no difference in the action, it's just the... liberation. It's just the political context of what you're doing.
In Ogre Battle 64, which is Person of Lordly Caliber, they introduce a new mechanic where the cities kind of have their own alignment, like there can be good or evil cities, and you want to liberate them with an alignment, with a unit that has an alignment that more or less matches theirs. So you send the evil units to the evil cities and the good units to the good cities. If it's a good match, you liberate the city, and if it's a bad match, you capture the city. They both do exactly the same thing, but capturing a city is bad for your reputation.
Aha. Interesting. Okay, so do we wish to pull a card? I'm going to go with yes. I'm not entirely sure why, but I'll try. You pulled an Emperor card. My little man says, lucky. The charisma, maybe, of this unit's characters went up 2 points. Do you wish to keep this card? Oh, I didn't know you were going to give me an option, so yeah. Is this the same man from the intro?
By liberating towns and temples,
No, it's not.
you can
He's just got a sore throat.
you can gather information and get tarot cards.
You will also receive a tribute every day from each town you liberate. You can't run an army without money, so be sure to liberate some towns. Shall I repeat that? No. May the gods go with you, DXN. Yeah, I'll need that. Alright, so that's finished moving. Let's, that was easy, so let's move over and liberate some other people in this town over here. Okay, so they're on their way. How's this doing? Pretty much the same as before. Descania is... yeah, so religion was suggested by the chat, so that's mid, and it's got a fair amount of cash. I don't know why this is important, but... oh, wow, look at that! That's a nice sunset. Just by changing the palette in and out. You liberated a Roshan temple! I love the little voice effects, just because the Super Nintendo could.
They do have really good samples in this game, like the voice samples.
You pulled a justice card. Thank you! The HP max of this unit's characters went up 1 point.
Oh, justice, which one's... Is that the... Oh no, I'm thinking of judgment, never mind.
Alright.
I was going to say, if you pull judgment, that's a really good one, you want to keep it. But, justice isn't bad, it's just not judgment. But I always get those two mixed up.
Alright, everything is progressing in real time, morning to night, night to morning. Time is always flowing. You must therefore be able to make quick decisions or lose battles. When you need time to consider your strategy, press the start button to issue the pause command. Even while paused, you can issue commands so you can avoid hasty decisions, especially before battling. With an enemy unit, it is always wise to pause and check your unit's condition. Shall I repeat that? No, thank you. May the gods go with you. Okay. So, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot to do in this map, apart from just barrel into the enemy base. Let's check down here. Volzak, 3176. Yeah, I don't know. How about you? How are you doing? Tactics. Oh yeah, let's use the best one. That's great. Thank you. Alright.
I actually, there's a lot here I'm not remembering. Like, I actually don't know what a lot of those city stats do either, but I do know what those tactics do.
Okay. Oh, thank you. That's very informative. Alright.
So, best is...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, best works. You might want the others for certain situations, like once you know what they actually do, but best is a good general one, I think.
Alright.
Would you like to know what they do?
Yeah, why not? Let's see.
Okay, so these all affect the AI of your units in battle, specifically like who they target. So strong, everyone will go after like the biggest, strongest enemy on the other side and try and take out the biggest threat. Weak is the opposite. Everyone will try and pick on whoever's the softest and squishiest, and they can actually, like, you know, get them, like, try to inflict casualties, basically. Leader is, obviously, everyone picks on the leader. Best will just go after, like, they don't really have a set strategy as far as ganging up on a particular unit. They'll just, each unit will do whatever does the most damage. Like, if someone has an attack that a certain enemy is really weak against, they'll just do, you know, whatever does the highest numbers.
Okay. Well, I'm happy for them to do that. Let's move the cursor to the unit's destination, which is this big question mark. Alright. Let's attack during the night. DXS unit has met with the enemy.
Welcome to my castle. I have been waiting for you. You must do battle with the evil Zenobian Empire. The stars have dealt you this fate. I have informed everyone of this, but unfortunately they do not yet believe me. So you must allow me to test you to see if you're truly fit to be our leader. First, liberate all of the towns and temples on this island. All will begin with that.
The DXS unit has finished moving. Okay, have I not already done that?
The game sort of counts on you going to the boss's castle first.
Oh, I see, okay.
You kind of sequence broke a bit there, but that's fine.
Alright, there's one. Oh yeah, so I need to select you first, because this... Yeah, move the cursor to its destination. Warren. DXN's unit has met with the enemy. Pressing the X button displays the main command icons. The main command icons let you Use items, check your tarot cards, and perform other actions. If you don't understand a command, press the select button. An explanation of the command will be shown. Alright. You can also see the effects of items and tarot cards by pressing the select button. Shall I repeat that? No!
Try returning to the places you have freed. There are places where you will hear different information at different times.
Yeah, well, right, oh, yeah, so, no, not that one, Right. Okay, so let's go back and...
The good news is he dropped you off right next to the temple.
Yep. There we go. When you have taken damage in battles, try going to a town or temple. By resting in these places, your wounds will slowly heal. When a character has been killed, go to a temple. They will help you revive him in there. Shall I repeat that? No. Alright. Oh, okay, so, is there anything else I need to visit, or is Ragged Santa going to kick me out of his village again for not doing things in the right order?
There is, I believe, once you visit these places and then go back to Castle Warren again, he will tell you there's a hidden village and send you to go to liberate that one. You can save some time if you just go there first, I guess.
Alright, let's have a look there. You can receive 1 tarot card each time you liberate a town or temple. The tarot cards you receive can only be used in battle. There are cards to attack your enemies, heal your people, and aid you in battle. There are a total of 22 different cards. You can only keep 14 at once, and they need to be once each. The higher opinion leader's statistics, the more effective the cards are. Shall I repeat that? No. Okay. Alright, listen, I'm going to get you this time, and your admin's going to let me through and actually do battle with you.
There is actually some semi-intelligent pathing in this game where the game figured out your unit moves faster on plains than it does on mountains, obviously, but it does, like, the time it took to climb over that mountain was faster than it would have taken to walk all the way around, or you would have done that.
Okay.
The walled city of Zaltania is hidden on a small island to the northeast. The knight Sir Lance should be there. Please go meet him.
Yeah, right. This isn't an ogre battle yet. This is an ogre fetch me a newspaper.
It's the ogre tutorial. Things get interesting once you leave Castle Warren, because then you'll be done with the tutorial. You'll inherit a very large army to screw around with in the in that menu you were just in, and then the enemy starts fighting back.
Okay, well, that'll be fun. So, what's your history with this game? Did you play it growing up, or?
So, I believe my introduction to this game, I was just in a random, like, used game store, and I saw they had the PlayStation version. Hold on 1 second.
Is this just the end of year SimCity adjust your taxes?
Yeah, they do that at the start of each day.
Okay.
Okay,
Continue.
so they had the PlayStation version, because they did re-release this on the PlayStation. It's Ogre Battle Limited Edition. And it was one of those games, they actually did this a lot in the PS1 era, where it was one disc, but they put it in one of those big, giant, like FF7, like 5-disc sized jewel cases just to attract attention and more shelf space.
They did, yeah.
And I remember being drawn to that, like, that one looks neat. And I got it. I got the player's guide and just kind of fell in love with the series from there. I'm very much into, I guess, the meta plot, because now I've played a couple games in this series. I'm very much into Tactics Ogre, which is very much a story-driven game, and I like the world and the setting and.
So yeah, it's the 5th chapter, but the previous 4 don't exist. Is that right?
That is correct. It's kind of like how the Star Wars series started out with Episode 4, except they did eventually go back and make the prequels. They never did that for the Ogre series. They just made Ogre Battles Episode 5, and then they made Tactics Ogre, which is Episode 7, And then they made Ogre Battle 64, which is 6, and they never got around to making the prequels, I guess.
Yeah,
and then even 5 through 7 they did in the wrong order, but you know, whatever.
Alright, so I want to deploy the unit now that I've met up with Lands. I'll just deploy him right outside the enemy base. Alright. Okay, and you are slowly swimming across the English Channel. So what did deploy do? Because I don't. Oh no, there they are. Okay. So I had to go there to get someone with a telephone in their house to get Lance, who is there. Lance's unit has met with the enemy.
It seems that you have prepared for the battle ahead. You must now do battle with me. If you manage to defeat me, we will all follow you.
Pressing the A button during battles will allow you to give commands.
Let's do it.
It's on, Grandpa! Alright, so I hadn't actually intended Lance to get there before me. I thought I was putting him safely outside the city, but they seem to be going alright. This looks a bit like Master of Magic, doesn't it? Or it's been a very long time since I played it, so I can't even remember, but...
Oh, I don't think I'm familiar with that one, actually.
It was, oh, there we go. I didn't even have to do anything.
Yeah, your unit's mostly auto battle. That's what the tactics are for. Like, they were set on strong. I think your opinion leader's unit's set on best. That just kind of determines who they go after. You can interrupt the battle to use, like, tarot cards and stuff if you want. Otherwise, they just kind of do their thing.
All right. Congratulations, you completed this map. Oh, wow, okay. Let's save that, because I got past the tutorial, and that's honestly better than I do in a lot of real-time strategy games.
God, I know the feeling there.
Yeah, I think I'm the only person in the world to have failed the tutorial for Age of Empires 2, because I sent all my peasants out and they got devoured by lions.
I barely made it past the tutorial of Age of, I want to say, Wonders 2 or Empires 2, whichever one's the Wizard's Throne. And still have not beaten the first actual real level. I just don't have a head for that kind. Like, this is like Ogre Battle and Ogre Battle 64 are like the only games in this genre I've ever actually been okay at.
Yeah, sometimes I tried what's it called? Heroes of Might and Magic quite recently for the DOSGameClub.com, and I actually found myself getting much more into it than I thought, because I remember hating the third game, because what tended to happen was that you'd go into a battle, and in my experience, the computer would say, okay, all your units have low morale, I've got really high morale, I'll take 5 turns and absolutely obliterate you. And that was my experience with the game, but this time around I did actually start to get it, and then it got too hard after about 5 missions and I gave up.
The Ogre series, or at least the ones that play like this, so Ogre Battle and Ogre Battle 64, are mostly about unit formation. Once you've got a good-looking unit with the right people in the front row and the right people in the back row to do the right kinds of things, then you'll be okay.
Alright, so, yeah, in quite a difference from the tutorial mission, as Quadralian rightly pointed out. Your first mission is make a cup of tea, your second is saving the world. I've now got 8,000 armies, and I can let them just crawl everywhere. You know, oh, so it will cost 990 Goths to deploy this unit. So no. Did I just skip this the first time, or is lands
You
does he come
did.
free?
No, you just skipped that part.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Let's have some archers that are suitable for mountains, I think. Where can you go? I'll put you up there. Okay. Where's my goth count? Items?
Upper right corner of the screen there.
Oh, 33823.
Above your,
Wow. Okay, so my treasury is a little more full than I thought. Okay, we've got a liberation. And of course I want to pull a card. Are there bad cards that you can get? Why is it asking me if I can if I want to pull a card?
there aren't, like, every card in the game has a beneficial effect when you use it, but there are ones that do bad things when you draw it.
Oh, okay. Alright, so I'm taking a risk every time I do this.
Yes.
Oh,
The
so...
moon card makes it night, for example.
Okay. Sounds great. You can buy items in this town, just select any unit who stopped here. You'll see an icon called Buy Item, try it and see. But be careful about buying too much, you may go broke and not be able to deploy your units. Should I repeat that? No. Okay. This isn't the only shop, you'll find them in the other areas too, if you look. Let's see. Move, tactics, buy item. Oh, okay, so these are these little, like, RPG items where you've got potions and, well, cure and heal seem fairly synonymous, but maybe one's for a status effect, one's for hit points. We've got Bell for...
remember, honestly,
yeah.
what a lot of these items do.
Revive, and if you want to send a lawyer over to the castle instead of fighting, you can use a summons. Okay. Bell might be a sort of time portal thing. Oh, okay. You liberated the industrial city, Abdella. Oh, you pulled a fool card. Lucky! Oh, okay. The luck of this unit's characters went up 1 point.
That is a great card for bosses, just for the record.
Okay. And is this a permanent change, or is this just on this map, or...
The stat boost there? No, that's permanent.
Oh, excellent. Okay, when you meet with the enemy, where you fight depends on how you are moving. If both units are moving, you will fight halfway between where you meet. If one unit is not moving, you will fight on the ground of the unit which is not moving. To give yourself an advantage, try waiting on the type of ground you fight best on. Okay, so the mountain people, I put them in the mountains, and etc, etc. The best way to win a battle is to wipe out the whole enemy unit. Well, that I think that's the point of winning a battle. But what happens if you can't do that, you ask? In that case, whichever side in the battle caused the most damage to the other side is declared victor. However, damage inflicted with tarot cards is not counted, so be careful. Should I repeat that? No. We're looking forward to the day when peace will return to this land, because I won't have to do any calculations about damage numbers and tarot cards anymore. Lands' unit has finished moving, okay. So what should I be doing here? Should I be deploying absolutely everyone I possibly can, or should I be being conservative to...
They do have upkeep. So
Uh-huh. Alright, so you two are going over there, and let's put you across here, because I'm not seeing any enemy units moving just now. So I'm cautious, but I seem to have free reign of this map just now.
I just saw one.
Oh. Whoa, there are 3 of them. You liberated the Rosian Temple. Okay, so Jester asks, what happens when you run out of tarot cards to pull? Or is this... Because I have a maximum inventory, yeah.
Then you'll just be asked to discard one to make room for the one you just drew. Just like pick your favorite ones or something.
My reputation went up a point. Yeah, alright. Oh, and I've got a black splat. Do you know what that is?
It's not off the top of my head, no.
Okay, well, you got a black splat. Welcome to our temple. 80 years ago, the Zenobia. Okay, I didn't ask for your life story. Was built upon the peace part of the Roshan temples. We were created by Prince Roshan, but we are now persecuted against all throughout the continent by the Empire. However, thanks to you, I know that will all change. We will try our best to help you all whenever we can. If one of you is killed, please go to the nearest temple. We will summon the power of the gods to restore you to life. May the gods walk with you on your journey. Okay, so we finished moving. You, Raymond, move backwards, please, because you're not good at fighting on the plains. And Lance's unit has met with the enemy. Fight it out. Okay. Missed! So yeah, I saw Nightmare being used on me last time. Is that a silence spell or?
It's just an attack. It just does damage. The only difference between all the wizards' attacks are what elements they do. Like Bolt and Nightmare are the same thing, but one's lightning and one's dark.
Okay. And there's going to be a kind of rock paper scissors for elements and their effectiveness, I imagine.
Mostly they just I know the wizards, when they attack someone with a spell, like, the spell they pick is, they just know whichever the target's going to be weakest against. So knights are weak against dark, so they hit knights with Nightmare.
Okay. So Lance is going to have a bit of a hard time here, because he's facing 4 different units in a row. Oh, this time it's a man and his dog. Tornado's no good. Oh, that's better. Well done. Oh yeah, so I should be actually doing something here. Well, possibly. There's animation. So I can possibly use tarot cards. Oh, but I don't actually have any. Oh no, it said you can press select. No, that didn't work. Okay, well the promise was there, but it didn't quite live up to it. You can battle that yourselves. Because they all seem to be doing very well just now. Yeah, I think Lance himself in the middle is the one I'm worried about just now.
Yeah, having your leader in front row center does tend to ask for trouble like that.
Alright, let's pause there and reform. Oh, no, that's edit. What is happening here? Right, you go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, and you go there. Okay. Yes, I am. So, can you heal in the temple? Oh yeah, you just have to wait in the temple to heal, is that right?
That is correct.
Which is
what heal over time. You can also buy healing items in that
yes, yeah. Okay, so I'm just still paused here, and yeah, I'm definitely...
You're not actually at that shop town, which is unfortunate. But...
Yes. Oh, yeah. So does buying just put it in a common inventory, and then you can use them over here?
That's correct. You need to be in the town in question to buy the items, but once you have them, you can just use them anywhere.
Okay. So it's useful to have a sort of courier in a shop on the map. All right. So yeah, I'm going to alter DXN's destination to here instead, so that he can back Lars up. What's his name? Not Lars, Lance. Yeah, he'll hit them with an 18-hour drum solo. Alright, Lance. Okay, this looks manageable. Lance does have a lot of metal on him. Oh, that was a fortunate... Oh, that was a nice miss, because he's just a bus armed with a club. Oh, getting dodgy. Oh, that's the first unit I've actually destroyed. Okay. Well done, Lance.
Alright, well they won't be coming back at least.
Yeah.
Instead you've just got, oh my god.
It's an entire parade of skeletons and mages and warriors. I think it might be time to retreat him and just let somebody else step in his place. Let's go to deploy a unit again. Let's have a look. So they're mountain units, they're plains. So is plains just yeah, I'm assuming plains is just the kind of grassland, and plains is not a specific. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. I'm just going through them again, looking at what's the strongest looking one. I mean, Godan's good just for the fact that there's more of them. Let's have you. And you can go there. And you can retreat a bit. To there. Or is it only temples you heal in, or can you heal in towns as well?
I think you can heal in towns as well.
Alright.
I can't remember, but...
Lance's unit has met with the enemy! Quadralian says all. Oh, okay, so I beat you up previously. This should be a fairly painless battle if they've been softened up, but we'll see.
Well done.
I didn't do anything! You found a char in the enemy unit! You got a char! Raymond's unit has finished moving. Okay, so I just told him to kind of stay back there. Let's move you back into the mountains in case anyone comes over here. A Roshan temple has been retaken by the Empire. Okay, let's liberate that again. Lander's unit has finished moving, so he'll heal up, and DXN's unit has met with the enemy. We are fighting at 8. Oh, how could you miss with that? It was the size of a football field. It looks like they have a priest with them, or somebody who's dressed in a silly hat. Look at that! More of that, please. Your swords are too short, that's your problem. How did I get stuck with a band of useless minions? That's better. I think on average they're going down. Oh, winners, okay. So what happens when you... Oh yeah, so they just get kind of inconvenienced by being put back a bit.
Yeah.
Alright, you. Oh, they didn't have time to heal very much, that's great. Well, my wizard friend, that was a bit of overkill, but I'm glad you got there. We're with the enemy again! Now, does the computer have a finite number of units? Does it have a concept of money and it has to recharge, or is it just pumping them out and will do so until I eventually get to the castle?
On one hand, it does have a finite number of units. On the other hand, it has quite a lot. Like, you can just, like, fight out all the enemy's units until the enemy just goes completely extinct, but it has a lot of them, and you'll be there all day if you try and do that.
Hmm. And is there a concept of magic points or anything?
No.
So just fireball everything all the time. I liberated the Roshan Temple. Hooray! And I'm going to pull a card, and I've got the Hierophant. Hierophant. I don't actually know what Hierophant is. The ALI of this unit's characters went up 2 points. Someone sneaking across a flank to the north. Okay. I might have to... Oh, DXN's unit has met with the enemy. So I might have to deploy another unit and just get someone up to the north so that I can keep that... yeah?
Probably a good idea to have someone in that town, A, to defend it, but B, because that's where you buy stuff, and you're going to need potions and stuff by the looks.
Alright. Good luck! Alright. And I've leveled up, that's great. I got an ALI, okay. So let's get someone to defend that town. Not a mountain one, a plains one, yeah, there are 5 of you. You know, Emerson, you'll do it. And you can take your microwave with you. Alright. Meanwhile, you've been very... Oh, he's not got the best health, but I'm going to see if I can get him up there. And where are you going? I can't even remember. Oh, Godin. Okay. Yeah, you try heading that way as well. Okay. Are you running away?
I think they might be, actually.
Raymond's unit has finished moving. Emerson's unit has finished moving. Oh! Fine.
Whoops.
The industrial city of Abdella was taken by the Empire. Golden's unit has met with the enemy. Let's fight it out. Oh, it's this pair again. Yeah, let's just keep going without any tarot cards for now. Ooh! Oh, 14. I expected that to be a bit more severe, honestly.
Most of the beast units in this game are a little underwhelming.
Mhm.
They take up the size of 2 units, when you're organizing your party. Like you can't have like 5 beast units. Like a large unit counts as 2 small units, but they're just not twice as good as a small unit, so it's typically not a good trade, except Griffins.
Griffins, okay. Griffins always good. Guns unit has met with the enemy again. Well, I feel kind of bad about this, honestly. Okay, so head unit's not doing great here, but otherwise they're doing exceptionally well. Okay, and I've liberated the walled city of Valakash. And I've pulled the star card. Thank you! Okay, so I've got more agility. And I'm going to keep that. I should start actually using the... Ah, there we go. Will you throw one away? Yes. Actually, what happens if you say no? Okay, you've got 15 now, that's fine. I've got 2
Well, then you just won't keep the one you drew.
Yeah. Is there anything that's particularly useless that you might recommend I throw away?
Oh, I wish I could remember. You know, I actually have a player's guide on me. Give me like just a minute. I can go grab it. It's in the other room.
Go ahead.
I can tell you what all of these do. Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. So while she's getting that, I think my playthrough of this has not been disastrous so far, which is a refreshing change. I think it's got definite shades of Battle Isle in it, which Quadralian's going to recognise. Maybe, you know, some of this went into Advance Wars later on and so on. But yeah, the idea of just deploying these units out, making sure that they're on the right terrain to be effective, is nice. So we've got an Emperor, 2 Hierophants, which Ditherian generously defined for me: an Interpreter of Arcane or Sacred Knowledge, a Chariot, a Strength, a Fortune, a Justice, a Hanged Man, a Death. You know what? I think we should probably get rid of the Death. That sounds like good.
Okay,
Turret, 2 Moons.
Now we are playing with power. I have in my hands the official power play guide from Prima, back from like whenever this was printed. So let me okay, tarot cards. What do we have? Hanged Man is that lowers the defenses of the enemy unit. Death calls the Grim Reaper to come and finish off weak enemies. So it's instant. It's climax from Etrian Odyssey is what it is.
Okay.
It's.
Does it say about how weak they have to be? Because climax from Etrian Odyssey is unexpectedly devastating.
I would expect it's not that powerful. Tower is. Oh, that's just there are several like attacks every enemy, just like with a various elemental spell. I think Tower is the Earth one. It just does a bunch of Earth damage to everyone.
Moon.
Moon turns the tables in your favor by moving the front line to the rear and vice versa. So that could be situationally useful. If you've got like a well-defended enemy unit, you could just like bring their leader out to the front. Judgment. Oh, you want to keep Judgment. That's the it's the same thing as Tower, except that one's like holy elemental. So that's a good one. That's really good against undead.
Okay.
Cool. This one I actually know offhand. This is great for bosses and stuff if you can finish them in one combat. What it'll do is it'll make every unit, every character on the enemy's party except the leader flee. They just disappear from the battle entirely. So the units left all on their own against Now, this only works like for that one battle. So if you do the thing where everyone does all their attacks and you're declared the winner or whatever, then next time you meet all the enemies who fleed, they'll be back. But it's great if you can like use it to like finish off a boss or something. Emperor. Oh, keep that one. Emperor lets all your units attack again. So you might have noticed how the attacks work. Like, exit out of this menu. I'll have to show you this to like explain what's going on here. Oh, right. Sorry, we need to throw it away before you exit out. I'll get back to Emperor, but keep that one.
Yeah.
Is the point there. I'll return to that.
I'll get rid of one of the moons for now. It'll be fine.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right.
So,
be sure to watch your character's STR when you decide his position. You should usually keep strong characters in the front and weak characters in the back. If a unit leader is killed, the unit will ignore your orders and return to base. So you should probably keep your leader in the back, where it's safer.
that's a good strategy. They started you off with a... Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. They started me off with what?
They started you off with a bunch of units like Land's unit, for example, where it's led by a knight who is a front row unit, but then that means you have your leader in the front, which is typically not a great idea.
High Ali helps you fight better during the day. A low Ali helps you fight at night. Oh, okay. A high Ali will cause you to take more damage at night, and a low Ali will cause more damage during the day. Be sure to remember this when you're creating units. Alignment. Yeah, I assumed it was agility. But that would make no sense. Alright. We're looking forward to moving a peaceful return to the land. Okay. Gurdan's unit has finished moving. Let's have a quick look
now,
at... Yeah.
Get into, like, any of your units, like, their stat screen, where you can, like, where it shows the attacks they know.
Oh, you can recruit characters from the town as well. Alright.
Can you see that from here? Really? There's gotta be a way just to check someone's stats. You know what? We'll do this by memory. Your opinion leader, DXN, we noticed he had in the front Poison 2, back Phantom 1 were his stats. So what that'll do, everyone has like an attack they'll do if they're in the front row or the back row, and the number of times they'll do it. And the battle lasts until everyone has done all the attacks they are allotted, and then it just declares the winner based on whoever's done more damage if the enemy isn't like wiped out then. So what the Emperor does is it resets that counter and lets your side move again, which is incredibly powerful.
All right.
Like, that's actually one of those ones you'll end up hanging on to those because it's like so awesome that you'll be afraid to use it unless you like super need it just because it's that good. But
yeah.
The ability to like keep moving is very, very good.
Oh yeah. So I'm just going to use a cure on you. Specifically you. That's what I like to see. Okay.
Very nice.
So that looks like it's an axe.
Oh yes, it's an axe. Okay, it is a black axe. So that can be equipped by whichever unit's equipped axes.
Okay. I don't know that yet, but I'll bear it in mind. Let's see.
I'm looking that up right now.
All right. I think I'm going to pull another unit out here. So there's beasts and there's... yeah, you'll do.
Black axe. Wow, that is a really powerful weapon there. Strength plus 18, intelligence minus 8. This evil axe was made by a dark demon.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say who can equip. I think you can just give those to anyone.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't say. There's nothing in the rulebook here that says you can't give this black demon hell axe to like the most lawful character in your party. I think they're like still allowed. It doesn't seem like it's going to do anything. But
The most what character?
It is a massive strength boost, but kind of a hit to intelligence. So give it to one of your melee fighters.
Okay. Alright, so they're having a bad day. Lan's unit's finished moving, so... I can't tell the difference between you. I swear I'm not racist. Lands, you move and get them. Delirian is on a pun spree in the comments here. Alright, let's
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm missing that.
Oh no. If you just open up Twitch TV David XN in another window, then you can get that.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up anything.
Alright. Okay, so we've liberated the city of Abdella again with no fight at all, so which means that the other unit is moving. Okay, I seem to be okay. I'll pull another card. Ah, tower. Boo! Oh! Alignment went down 2 points. No, it can go away then.
I mean, it's still a good card. Like, what it does when you use it in battle and, like, the bonus you get when you draw it are two completely unrelated things. Like, once you have it in your possession, all it does is it just, like, hits the entire enemy unit with earth magic. It's actually a pretty good card to keep in use. It's just unlucky to draw one.
Yeah. Are there ways of getting cards other than drawing ones from cities?
Yes, eventually you will be able to buy an item called Joker or Joker Tarot or something in stores, and when you use a Joker, it just like gives you a random card without the effects, or without the like liberation, without that happening. Is what I meant. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm tongue-tied here.
Wow, look at that. Heisen unit has met with the enemy. That's a unhealthy looking enemy on the right over there. Looks like an undead unit.
That's what it looks like when you have an enemy that lost their leader.
Oh, okay. Well, that's rendered that point moot. Alright, so now everything's happening up here, isn't it? Well, now we've got an enemy fighting our shop town up there. And they've brought their pet octopus with them.
Now, there's a weird unit.
Yeah, traditionally they live in the sea.
I would change tactics for this one.
Alright. You want to get
Go after the leader.
Go after the leader. Oh, that's nasty. Is the octopus the leader?
No, the witch is the leader. They're just the units on the left side. I guess just can't reach over that far. I guess.
Oh, okay. Oh god, it's busy today. Alright, let's I suppose let's just watch and see what happens with this. Maybe I should try the leader on this one as well. Because, like you said, the beast doesn't seem to be all that much of a threat. And if I can concentrate on the leader, then...
Well, I really wanted... I figured, like, tactically it'd be really good to go after the leader on that Witch and Octopus unit for several reasons. The Witch is a lot squishier. The Octopus is kind of a tank class.
Yeah.
And the Witch was completely undefended. She's like a back row character that had nothing in front of her to protect her. So she's like this squishy glass cannon spellcaster class. And she's also the unit's leader. So if you can take her out, which is a lot easier to do because she's, you know, less defensively, you know, she's not the tank the way the Octopus is. Basically, I figured you could just ignore the Octopus because he's harder to kill anyway. Take out the Witch, which would be easier. Then you'd be left with a unit that doesn't have its leader, which just cripples them. And it's just... That was just not a good formation. I don't know what the AI was doing, putting a Witch in an Octopus like that. That's not a good unit.
Amazing. Alright, so I've got Godan going back to heal. I've got Lars, or the other way round, or something like that. They're just hanging around over there. We've got some... We've got quite a lot of tributes.
That's a good projection.
Yeah, that is a good... Yeah, well done on the balance sheets, my assistant monk. Okay, Lance's unit has met with the enemy. Okay. I thought I was heading back to heal, but he's just picked a fight with another one. And they're going to go with leader. But it's odd to have archers in the front row. Oh, he was lucky there. This seems like a good way to deal with things. Ah, there we go. Yeah, Tetherian is mentioning that tower in tarot usually refers to sudden disruptive, often destructive change. So he wonders how much the game developers actually paid attention to the cycle. And I did have a tarot reading done. Tori, when he came over, he brought his tarot with him, and it was the night you were there. Were you? Yeah, you were there.
Yes.
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 And I know it's just a pack of cards, but the reading that he gave was eerily accurate to what we were feeling at the time.
I've had readings from Tori before. He's got a gift.
I know that, you know, the stuff in his little player's guide to it is written vaguely enough so that it could apply to just about anything, but it really didn't seem like that. The effect was good.
No, yeah, he gave me one just like a couple days before he gave you yours, and gave us one rather, I should say. And it was scary.
I'm just trying to get through this double-headed dog. There we go.
Ooh, your leader's not doing good on that one.
Let's have a look. No. Sorry. Fingers on the wrong buttons. Oh, Golden's unit have met with the enemy again! Has he got horns?
This is not going to go well.
No.
How dare you rebel against the Empire? It's not too late. Bow down before the Empire.
Whatever you say, yes. Okay, game over. No.
You don't know what's best for you. All right, now you learn.
Whoa, look at that. Okay. Let's change the tide of battle here. Oh, I can I? Is there anything that does sudden and really good healing?
I think so, but whether you have it is another question. Let me see. There are 2 healing cards, Empress and Priestess.
No! Alright, so I suppose I'll just see what happens. Tactics. Go with... yeah, just do what you like. Oh, buttocks. Oh, so can they not act anymore, or is... Oh no,
They
okay.
can still act.
They can continue.
Now, they won't, you won't be able to give them commands after this battle's over. They'll just automatically go back to the base.
Alright, that's the best place for them.
Or, you know, whatever's left of them.
Well, deliver their pieces back to base with a cardboard box. Yeah, this is a bit of a wake up, honestly. I've never lost a battle before. Okay, so they're wondering where they will. Let's move you out instead.
Maybe
in a
clear
bit.
them first.
Okay,
You still have the you
Yeah?
still have someone at the shop, yes?
I do. So we're going to buy a couple of cures. Oh yeah, so when you press up, it reduces the the number. Down is increase.
Okay.
I'll have 6 of those, please. Not just now. See, I have no context just now for what the economy's like. Although having 20,000 gold a day was very good, so I don't know if I'm being very conservative or very
This is about
foolish
what I
with
would
my
do.
money.
This is about what I would do. Now, to be fair, I don't really know either. So that's not to say you're on the right track, but if you're on the wrong track, then we both are. We'll put it that way.
Okay. Oh yeah, I keep on expecting use item to be in the unit menu, but it's not. You have to press triangle and then go to items, use item. Why have I got 1 cure and then 6 more?
Oh, it didn't bundle them. You bought a different bundle, I guess. They keep them in different stacks. I don't know why.
Okay. Because whenever I see that, you know, at my job, that means there's a horrendous bug somewhere in how we process orders, so I have to stay up the rest of the night.
Okay, and someone should have that axe because it's really powerful.
Okay, let's give Lance this axe. Oh, I can't. I need to deploy items, equip item, the black axe of doom and despair, and lands. Okay. Are you sure? Yes, I am. A black was equipped. Okay. It did some things to stats.
Wow, again, that's a huge strength boost. A bit of an intelligence hit, but as a knight class, you really don't... It's a min-max thing. Like, intelligence is for magic, and Lens does not exactly use magic anyway, so whatever.
And are these just bonuses that I should be applying to people? Is this just you raised charisma by 1?
Oh, I have the strategy guide, so let me check. One moment, please.
All right.
Yeah, I think those just buff the stats of whoever you use them on.
Chat up. All right. And I can't remember what they said about alignment in daytime and nighttime, so I'm going to leave that alone for now. Alright, so we are going to get you to move to the Castle of Despair. Go! Oh, who's fighting now? Okay. Oh, no. Okay. At least they're kind of softened up. Let's attack the leader if we can. Alright, good start. Miss. How do you miss with a tornado? Oh, this... Oh, it's nice that it's not incredibly effective.
Witches are divisive class. Most people in like the like on GameFAQs or whatever don't like them and say they're not very good units. I swear by mine personally, because they stun everyone, but you know, with crapshoot accuracy. Some people just don't think they're worth it. I love them personally. I mean, I hate fighting against them, but.
They're talking about axe-wielding enemies in the chat. The best man at my wedding, one of my friends in school, his nickname was the Axe Murderer of Blair Athol.
That's a good nickname. Sure, why not?
How did you... I'm glad you asked, Eli. It's because he was in the Scouts. He's a Scout leader now. I think he still is. And Blair Athol was one of the big sites they have for going camping with the younger ones. And he was chopping firewood, and naturally he was an axe wielder at the time. And one of the children decided that was a great moment to jump up onto his back and kind of give him a hug from behind. And instinctively he just reached over to get him, and he hit him with the blunt end of the axe. That's an important detail.
That is a very important detail.
But that's how he got the name. Okay, prepare to follow Graham.
And the same to you, you low-life scum! Today's the day that I will take revenge from a fallen comrade!
The name, the Axe Murderer of Blair Athol, which is B-L-A-I-R-A-T-H-O-L-L. And you'll find it somewhere in the Middle Eastern part of Scotland. The Middle Eastern part. There's a lot of immigrants there. You know what I mean. I mean, sorry. Donovan asks, how on earth did you manage to do a bad Scottish accent? That's... It requires acting on a whole other level. I completed this map, that wasn't bad.
It was a bit dicey at parts, but you recovered nicely. I think some of your units might need a bit of reorganizing.
Uh-huh.
I think you're off to a good start.
Alright. Let's have a look. So, edit units. I want to... Oh, so you can shuffle the characters around as well.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, if you wanted, you could just disband every unit there and just, like, start over from everyone you have in your pool. And you do have more you do have more characters in your pool. They're not enemies. You do have more characters in your pool, too, not just the ones that are actually formed into deployable units. Like, you could make more units out of the reserves you have now if you wanted to.
Oh, okay. Oops. Sorry, I'm fumbling with my buttons. So if I were to say add character, well, he's got 2 beasts, which I don't think, which from what you've told me is not going to be very useful. I feel.
It's
But
not the best.
yeah, there might be room in here. No more characters may be added to this unit. Okay, so is that a beast in front?
Yes.
And that's a character and 2 beasts as well. Okay. So I'm just I'm not sure if there's anything that I can. What would you recommend? Is there any? Are there any glaring things that I should be doing differently here? Because I'm not really seeing any anything that I should change.
Well, first off, I would never have a leader in the front row. That's just asking for trouble, and you saw why in the last map there.
Yeah, I mean, he's. I mean, it makes sense because he's a fighter, but perhaps I need to bring in a different fighter and get rid of one of these mages.
Well, actually, it's a good unit. It's just what you should do, and this is. It kind of goes against the plot a little, but it makes better makes better sense from a strategic position. Just make one of the wizards in that unit the leader.
Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. Okay, so Brian the Wizard. All right, let's. You've been promoted. Let's see. Add character, remove an formation, change class, change leader. There we go. Oh, so are there certain classes that can't be leaders?
Yeah, typically the lowest level ones, the fighters and the Amazons, and most beast units
Okay.
will not be able to lead a unit. Actually, I think all beast. I don't know if there's any beast unit that can lead a unit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some of the dragons. I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
All right. Okay, so this goes for you as well. Oh, there are no characters who can become a unit leader there. So that might be a good candidate for moving a wizard from here and replacing with an archer so it can have a leader in the back.
Yeah, honestly, what you can do for a unit like that, because it's not exactly a super important unit. Like, there's no one in there that's like plot relevant.
Patsy.
You can just disband that entire unit and then just like make a new unit out of the stock, because you haven't even looked at everyone who's in your
oh, that's right,
yet.
So how do I do it? Do I just erase character, or
I believe it is.
I can just remove characters.
I think it's remove the leader. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Alright, so now we want to add a character to... Oh, I can't get that anymore. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. I've got 2 octopuses.
You got 2 griffins, which are like the only good beast unit.
Mm-hmm. Let's have a go at that. So it's formation.
I might disband a couple of these other units too, and just like you can. Well, if you know what you're doing, I think you can make better units than some of these ones they gave you here.
Yeah, there was an important part to that first sentence, I think. Yeah, you've said that these beasts aren't particularly good, so I'm going to remove that and reform him with a pair of octopi. But how do I create a new unit? Is my
octopi aren't great either, but
oh, sorry, not octopi. Griffins. It's easy to get those mixed up. They're so similar. So I'm just change leader to, because I add character.
I think it's add character and then select the pool. Yeah.
Ah, yeah, okay. Unit leader. Warren the Wizard. Yeah, you'll do. Actually, go down. No, he was. I'll think about it. Let's have you in the back row in the middle. And is this a griffin? Yeah, Pronyim and Castali. All right.
You really only need 1 griffin, to be honest.
Only need 1 griffin. Okay. So what do you think? Should I fill them out with footmen?
Remind me what griffins actually do again.
charge and
Two
gale?
charge, one gale. Okay, so in the front row, they'll do 2 melee attacks towards one enemy. I believe Gale is kind of like your opinion meter's phantom spell. He only does it once, but it hits everyone, so that's pretty good. I might. I think I would put the Griffin back next to Warren, so you could do 2 magics and a Gale, and then just put a couple fighters or something in front to
Okay.
protect.
Last unit will be registered.
We'll have to redo the formation to move that Griffin in the back, but
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's have Godan and... I'm just looking for things that can be a leader. Oh, I don't have any other that can be a leader.
yeah, I think that's it. I think those are your only leader options, unless one of your fighters or Amazons has gained enough levels that they can change class to something that can be a leader. If you're ready to promote
okay.
anyone, but
Oh
I
wow,
don't know
this
if
is...
that can happen after one map.
There's a lot of depth to this. Okay. Becker, Fink. They're like characters from Worms.
I mean, you may as well use your other Griffin. Griffins are really good to have in a unit because they change the moving type.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you have a Griffin in your unit, then your unit can fly. That's the good thing about Griffins.
Uh-huh. Alright, so that's...
Bit asymmetrical, but it'll do, I guess.
Is there an advantage to... Because I feel if you have someone in the middle, they can reach the left and the right.
Yes, that is correct.
Although I suppose that's true if... That's true if you have them on the... near... What about these? Can you reach the left and right from you? I don't think... I don't know.
I think you can, honestly.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but like I would just center those fighters.
Alright.
I'm not seeing any tactical reason not to. Sometimes there is a good tactical reason to be asymmetrical. If you must have a leader in the front row, for example, you don't want them in the center because then if they're on the left or right, then they can only be attacked half as often. But for a unit like this, I don't think there's any reason to not just have everyone perfectly centered.
Okay.
Oh
So,
my God, what's going on with Unit 5 over there?
oh, it's just loads of beasts. And a witch.
You've got a witch, 2 clerics, and a golem?
Right, let's forget about that. Throw it out.
Yeah, wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Everyone there except the golem can be a leader for one thing, but that was just not a good mix. Clerics are great. I mean, you've seen what clerics can do. That's always useful. And again, witches, I'm probably the only person who plays Ogre Battle who will say this, but since you're stuck with me, I like witches.
Alright. Alright,
Golems aren't great.
alright. I like these names. They must have just a whole massive list of them for each class. Okay. Is that...
I think you can fit one more small unit.
Oh, does that mean it's going to let me do the whole thing again? Alright. Oh yeah, I know. Who was the cleric who was leading? It was the one with the higher health points. Pepper the cleric. Yeah, I remember saying that's not a verb. Okay. So there's my Griffin, and Patsy and Jean can back him up. There we go. Okay.
That works.
All right, let's see what doing a mission with this lot does. Let's save that first. All right. Does this ever split, by the way, like in Command and Conquer, so you can do different missions first, or you can select, or is it just a linear?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, okay. Revolution.
Now, for this one, before you get started, I should warn you, there are some incredibly missable characters and basically stuff you need to walk through to do.
Okay.
Would you prefer for me to help you with those, or are you okay with just missing them?
Yeah, just show me everything you like.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get him then. What the heck?
Okay.
But before we do that, do you mind if we take a quick break just so I can excuse myself for a couple minutes?
Go ahead. All right.
thank you.
I'll try not to ruin the map while you're gone.
Be careful about liberating cities and stuff before I get back, because you kind of have to do them in a certain order.
Oh, you do? Okay, right. I'm pausing this right here.
Yeah, like I said, this is there's some hidden stuff in this particular map, so that's kind of why I asked before you started.
Okay, go right ahead.
All right, I'll be back. Sorry.
Oh. So we went for a walk with Penny today, and she was obsessed with finding the doggy house or the kitty house, and we walked all around the block that our house is in, and we didn't find the doggy house or the kitty house. And then she went to hug her mama because Dad didn't let her find the doggy house or the kitty house. I'm not sure how I could have made that journey go any better. The other thing, I mentioned this on the last stream I did when we were going through the dungeons of Cthulhu, and it was when she said that, oh, my swimsuit's all wet, and I said, well, yeah, how did this get all wet? Because I threw it in the bathtub, and then I said, okay, we'll dry that, and I got the towel out to dry it, and she said, no, you dry it on the bottom of your shirt, silly. I could go on for ages about Penny, because it's so frustrating, because when I used to do stand up on stage at conventions, the standard of comedy was very low, to be honest, but I had to rehearse and practice and really tightly script myself, because that's how I'm comfortable performing. And Penny, she's the funniest person I've ever met, and she doesn't even know it. Today we were out looking at washing machines because ours kind of caught fire the other day, and I don't know how we set something made of water on fire, but we were in the Home Depot, and she was looking at washing machines, and I said, oh, fridges! And so she went over to the fridge and she tugged one open and said, oh, no food in here, and she closed that, and she went round to the next one, and she was just checking all these fridges thinking, eventually I'll find one with some food in it. Yeah, she can open the fridge now. Have I mentioned that? Ugh. There's a comment actually in the stream. It was 24 days ago by Tsu Kinonen, who said that I'll donate even though I don't fully support the cause. It's a good cause, but there are things about the execution that are wrong. And I'm only hoping that he means that the wrong thing I'm doing about the execution is not tooling up like Rambo with a million other citizens and storming the ICE bases myself. Because it's very easy to feel very helpless just now. I thought I heard a microphone being picked up. And I did say she opens doors now, but you know, a fridge door is different because it's heavier and it's on a different angle, and she has to reach up to it. But yeah, she can do that. It was weird because I still remember when I was really impressed when she could sort of hold a spoon for 5 seconds. I'm glad of the Super Nintendo's instrumentation here, just filling up some of the dead air. There's a lot of people who are down on the Mega Drive or the Genesis for its sound chip, saying it's technically inferior, which is 100% right. But I think the Super Nintendo has these very recognizable instrumentations, mostly the strings that you can hear in the background here. But there's something really nostalgic to me about the way that the Mega Drive tries to emulate this weird alien attempt at an electric guitar. That's a very nostalgic sound for me. You can hear it all the time in the Zero Wing and tons of other games on the Genesis as well. At work, when we give code reviews, sometimes we just post an icon in our Slack channel to say that I've checked this, ship it, and one of them is the trireme icon from Civilization, which I uploaded myself and has now come into common use at the company. And I used the icon on one of the interns who recently came up, and then I realised that when that game came out, he was 8 years away from being born. And I'm just not ready for this. Yeah, I thought I did as well. I anticipated this to be a short bathroom break, not an I actually need to go and do my weekly shopping. I'm going to go and do the same, just if Celine gets back, then I suppose that she might wonder where I am, but I'll be taking a break as well. I'll see you in a minute.
Oh, okay. See you in a bit. Alright, I'm back, and I came back just in time to overhear that David's taking a break as well, so that works out. I don't have the Twitch chat open, so I can't see what everyone's saying, but I just assume that there's a crowd there, and hello. Okay, so while David is out, I'm just going to look up some strategies for this particular map, because there's a lot to do here.
So I gather that from the chat that you must have come on the second that I stepped away from the computer.
Indeed.
Right. Oh wow, that's going to be good on the recording. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what's my what's the big secret?
Okay, so first off, but just let me see the map with everything paused, just because I need to tell you which city's which here.
All right. Can I zoom?
so-
Can I zoom out here? Yeah, I can. There we go. Does that help? Maybe not.
Not especially. Let's zoom in a little more.
There we go.
Okay, so those two are fine. You can liberate those.
Okay.
But in long term, as you go south, go south.
Uh,
That
This one.
one's fine too. And then southwest from here. Okay, so here's going to be the first thing. Of those two cities you see there,
Mhm.
you have to liberate the bottom one first and then the top one.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, what
but
about this one?
everything
Okay,
before
so
that's unconnected, so you can get all that stuff. That's fine. But
Mhm.
just when you get to those two, you do the bottom one first.
Mm-hmm.
Then-
If the enemy takes them over again, do I then have to restart the sequence?
No, it's just it's all just dialogue. It's certain dialogue you get the first time you take the city. I
Okay.
don't think it matters if it falls again after that. From there, one moment, please.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to get this process started while you look it up and.
Oh, okay. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to decode the second part of the walkthrough there because it was really confusingly written. But
Okay.
if you go southwest,
Mm-hmm. So there's my twin cities that I need to put. That one, then that one. Okay.
yeah. So after that, there's where the boss lives, but you need to go past him for now. Like ignore that and keep going north of him, actually.
There's one.
I believe it's that one. Yeah, I believe it's that one. Let me just check real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is correct. So then you do that one, and then in the lower left corner of the map, at the end of that road there's a secret. Yeah,
I
that
see
road,
it. I see
right
it.
there. An invisible temple.
Mhm.
You do that after that city by the mountain there. So that city, then the invisible temple, and then have whoever's camped at that city just like take a step out and go back in, because then you go back to like that same city again.
Oh, I see,
to
okay.
visit the temple. That is the sequence.
All right. Okay, let's try and act on that.
All right. Now we do all this while under heavy attack, of course, but
Okay.
try not to leave cities undefended as you march, because when you
Mhm.
let the enemy retake them, it doesn't mess up the sequence or anything, but it is bad for your reputation to let your cities fall.
Mm-hmm. Just. Yeah, all right. And you're going to be deployed exactly where you are. Okay. All right. Let's see what I've done there. I've forgotten all the commands I entered. Oh, I do, but
No, just leave them there.
yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. I see. You liberated a temple. That's great. Yay. Chariot. Oh, STR went up 2 points. That's good. Do I want to keep this card? I don't know.
Chariot. I think that's a strength boost. Let me.
It looks a lot like it, and not a lot like a chariot. Looks like the Ku Klux Klan's weightlifting contest.
Oh no, excuse me. When you use Chariot in battle, it just attacks all enemies. It doesn't say with what element, so I'm going to assume it's physical. So typically the attack all ones are good. You want to keep those.
Okay. Let's give it a fortune. Welcome to our temple. You will probably come across thieves and, well, you're not selling this to me, and other villains in your travels. It's up to you to decide if you should go along with their schemes, but please remember that the eyes of the people of Zenobia are upon you. Okay. Pamper's unit has been attacked by a neutral character.
Oh, pause immediately, like before anyone attacks.
Paused.
I mean, like, pull up the menu as if you were to, like, use a tarot card or something. That kind of pause.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, too late.
Oh,
I mean,
come on,
you
you
can
wankers.
still try, but... Dang it. Okay.
It's not letting me. There we go.
Okay, what's the option on the right
befriend.
there? Yeah, there it is. Yes.
Success! Okay. You've recruited a neutral character to the rebel forces.
Now you have an extra griffin.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you liberated the self-ruled city, Vanu. And I'm going to pull a card. Priestess. Lucky!
Oh, yeah. So
I'm gonna-
that's a heal. You definitely want to keep that.
Mm-hmm. I've got two of you, so... Gilbert, the ruler of Sharome, used to be a very kind man, but when King Gran was assassinated and the Empire came, he somehow changed. Now he's as cold as ice. Brian's unit's finished moving. Okay. Pepper's unit's finished moving. Oh, well, you can continue if you like. Oh, actually, you're a bit beaten up, so I'm going to move you to here instead. And you can move instead down to the first city in line for capture. Alright, the Walled City Sage Bard. We're going to pull a card. We've got Judgment.
Holy Elemental attack, everyone. That's a good one. You
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
keep that.
I can get rid of...
Maybe... Hold on. I forget what some of these other ones do. They're probably safe to throw away, but just let me check on that.
Yeah, I know that Moon is the swap rose. Judgment is the one I want to keep, and Fool.
Oh, Star's useless. Throw Star away.
What does Star do?
It raises the agility.
Oh, okay. Some characters will fight in different ways depending on their formation. Oh yeah, so that's the front and the back, the difference between the attacks. Alright. Here come some people. I'm actually going to move him... Well, should I try to keep a unit on every city, or should I be kind of... If I move him to the left here, does that give a front to my forces so that there's...
Probably better to have a front. If units manage to sneak past your front lines there and get to that undefended temple in the back, you've got bigger problems anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you can wander over there. Here we go. Fight it out. Oh wow, this is a bit stronger than usual, isn't it? Okay, so we're yeah, either we're concentrating on the leader or this is just using the best tactic, so either way, I'm happy with how this is going. Oh, Revenge Tornado, which missed, that's fantastic. And that's their leader gone. Oh!
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, just
Thank you.
blasted it to atoms. Final Fantasy X had that, didn't it? It was called Overkill when you got the health sufficiently negative that you would get a special bonus.
Huh. I don't think I'm familiar with that.
Mm-hmm. Final Fantasy X was great. It was linear and weird, but this system, I really liked it. Oh, is it? Weren't you the boss in the last one?
Man, those Yutas just hit like a truck, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Oh, how did you miss him? He's got big lightning conductors on his head.
That or this is just a higher level unit, because man, he's
Mm-hmm.
man, even their fighters aren't messing around. Good heavens.
Yeah. Oh, leader gone as well. That's great.
Well, at least I'll run away and that'll buy you some time.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to do something after that.
Okay, let's use some of those items that I've been hoarding. Maybe the one Kira that fell down the back of the sofa. Oh, I've got to do them all individually. So if he's zeroed, can I still cure him?
You have to take him to a temple for that.
All right. All right. Okay, so we're meeting with this enemy. And we're going with leader? Yeah, that seems okay. I suppose at some point I'm going to use some of these tarot cards, because I keep on getting more of them. Let's just use let's use an attack all. Okay. A bit more than I was expecting. Yeah, Captain Panthammer just dropped out of the sky and replaced my units and gave them a bash, which was very welcome. Alright, that's obliterated that unit. Fantastic.
Yeah, the chariot kind of did a number on him, and then Lance's unit there, that's actually a pretty good unit, especially now that he's got that axe there.
The axe of yeah, the black axe, that was what it's called. The Vorpal laser blaster of Pittenweem. Your reputation went down 2 points. So is death a good card nonetheless, or
Let me check. Oh, that's the one that just finishes off all the weak units.
Oh yes, yeah. So I've got one of those, that'll do. Ah, the rebels! Are you having money problems? I know! I'll give you this moon rose. I'm sure that you can find someone who'll pay you well for it. You got a moon rose. Alright. Oh, I didn't mean to keep him advancing, because I thought I might have to go back, but we'll see. Acid! Oh, I don't like the sound of that. Oh, that is nasty. I'd like some healing, please, priestess. Yes, much better. And let's go with the weak unit for you just now.
Nice.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Very nice.
I like how this is going, and I'm still down a unit, and I'm doing great. Just, let's see, are there any other temples? What marks a temple on the map compared to a city?
The cities are the ones that have that solid color in the center. The temples are the ones that, yeah, that's a temple.
Okay, yeah.
They're a little busier looking. The
Yeah.
ones that don't have the lights on.
Okay.
The ones with the lights are cities.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the temple up there. Alright. So I feel that I should possibly replace DXN with this. You. You with the Griffin. You start heading over there. Maybe about here to start off with, just so I can intercept that unit. You change your course back to the temple so you can get revived. Let's move another unit. 800. I'm looking at the cost to deploy them and using that as a measure of how good they are, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing to do. So you go there. So they can go there, and Brian, superhero, can start heading towards there. Oh, this is terrible. I'm actually getting really into this.
Hey, I'm glad. I wouldn't want to make you play a game that you hated or anything. You're actually taking this pretty well. I like it.
I do enjoy when things seem to go generally right. Okay. Oh, that's a bad stun.
Yeah, I don't know why more people aren't on board the witch train. They are very powerful units.
Wake up! Ugh! Oh, didn't actually remove any of them, but I kind of whittled them down a bit. Keep going, Brian.
That's okay. You'll get another chance.
Right, this time, here we go. You can do it yourself for now. Okay, straight off the bat.
Okay, well, that changes the battle right there. Now I think your team has it under control.
I like the battle screen. It's Quadralian might still be here, although it's about 2 in the morning for him, so I doubt it. I was going to say the battle screen reminds me a lot of Son of the Empire, which is this RPG on the PC that it has these tiles in the middle of the screen, which is the room, and then around it, it's like a tabletop game, and there's a book, and there's icons for the characters, and...
Kind of reminds me of Populous. Like the
yes, yeah, it looks a lot like that, yeah. Oh, so Isaac Newton says that the enemies have really bad unit design in the beginning. So, yeah, that might be to my advantage if they're not really optimized for...
I knew that, just like having a unit that was like one witch and one octopus that wasn't even in front of the witch is like, that's the worst unit I've ever seen. Like, witches are a good class, but you do have to protect them.
Here we go. Pepper the Cleric. Okay. We'll see what happens. That's valuable. Oh, that's a heavy club. My Griffin is not looking too healthy just now. And yeah, he's healed the right person there, who was starting to be on his last legs. Oh, yes, I've got a healer as well. I feel, yeah, I should have put another fighter in the front row there to absorb some of the damage. Apparently we're the winners, but there can't have been much in it. Alright, so Brian's unit's going to swoop in and finish them off now. Let's not use leader, let's use whoever's the weakest. Because if health
I feel
is...
like Brian's probably your best unit at this point.
Yeah. 49.
Yeah, that axe is serious business. That was a good find.
Mm-hmm. And is that just something that happens at random, not something that you pick up all of the time in that mission?
I feel I could be wrong here, but I think you're always supposed to pick up something, but like the actual like roll for what you get is randomized.
Hmm. This won't save you now. Oh, maybe it will. There we go. Okay. Alright, so... And that's liberated. Latin Guru. And I'm going to pull a card, and it's a useless one. Thank you. But it does give me more AGI, so that's nice. No. How could a wonderful warrior like Gilbert sell out to the Empire? It seems there was a warrior called the Wind Rider in the army led by Gilbert. His name is Canopus. I wonder if he would know something about what happened. Rise units finished moving. Okay, so...
Okay, so you're on the right track. Once they've mentioned Canopus, then this is where, if I could see the map again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good heavens. Thank you for remembering that he was in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, he might need another one. Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so the next one was here, I think? Was it? Isaac, that's very good information to someone who isn't colorblind. But that's useful to know. That you can tell what damage type is used by the color the unit flashes when it's hit.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
So when
I'm
lands
not
hit...
colorblind.
Yeah, so when Lance flashes grey, when an enemy hit by Lance flashes grey, it's because he has a black weapon.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Anyway, so that town to the north there, you do that one first, then the invisible temple on the lower left corner of the map there, then back to that one, to that mountain town there,
yeah.
which is why you pretty much want 2 units. So what you'll do is send one to the town, one to the temple, and then once you do the temple, you just have the one in the town just like step outside and step back in.
All right. So let's send someone... Oh, no.
You'll probably want someone who can fly to go
Yes,
to the...
yes. Okay, so...
Because you're crossing the ocean, and that's...
Alright, so let's see. I can't remember who can fly. Excuse me. There's a griffin.
Kind of an injured griffin, but, you know, a griffin.
Oh yeah, I've got a not deploy unit. I've got items that I can use as well. Okay.
Where's the shop in this town? We might need to get more of those.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if
Oh,
it's...
it's Latin Cougar. You just liberated it.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. So let's go to you and buy 70,000 cures, please. I'll have 10. All right, that'll do me. Okay, let's see how this is going. So we've got 3 units incoming. You're gonna go.
You will want to be careful when you're going to that hidden temple in the southwest corner there.
So that I don't hit this by accident?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
You'll want to be very careful, like manually, like move around. Like, yeah, you don't want to challenge the boss.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you're looking very idle. Let's start you off on the journey down to about there. All right, go! They always seem to meet when they're quite far apart. That always kind of throws me. Oh. So we've got to get through these soldiers before we even have a hope of the leader here. But yeah, this is the tactic that I generally use when I'm playing a JRPG manually, when you just finish off, concentrate on one enemy, then the next, then the next.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems to be working out okay.
It's kind of situational depending on the enemy formation, but that's why you can change it at any time.
Mm-hmm. Oddly, this is sort of like Final Fantasy XIII, the combat there, where... Well, no, sorry, Final Fantasy XII, I mean, where you just give a general tactic, and you can influence it, but you give people tactics, and that's the kind of template they use. 13 is just you assign roles and they do it themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, having weak tactic set, this is Isaac again, having weak tactic set has a hidden modifier to damage taken by your own units, and the opposite is true on strong. When you attack strong enemies, you take slightly less damage.
I'm sorry, say that again, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it says that if you're on weak, then you open yourself up to taking more damage, and the opposite on strong.
Really? I did not know that. Okay, maybe don't be on weak then. I have been playing this game, you know, since it came out on the PlayStation. I have the player's guide in my lab, and that's the first I've ever heard of that. Good to know. Thank you.
Alright, Brian again. And weak makes you do more damage. Okay, yeah, so that makes sense. Okay, I think I'm going to start this off with a chariot, so a man in pants can come down and smite you. Is it that dependent on group alignment, Earthworm Jimmy Hat asks?
I'm sorry?
Earthworm Jimmy Hat is asking if that's dependent on group alignment. So I don't know. We're all discovering things now.
I know that damage you do to each other depends on is very alignment driven, but I don't know whether the formation has anything to do with alignment.
Ooh, tornado. Miss.
I know during the day, higher alignment units will deal more damage, and lower alignment units will take more damage, and vice versa at night.
I haven't even looked at my alignment for anyone.
Mostly, the biggest thing to worry about as far as alignments is when you're promoting classes, because there's like alignment restrictions. Like if you want to turn a fighter into a wizard, for example, your alignment can't be too high, because wizards are generally an evil class. You want, like, if your fighter is low enough aligned, then you can be a wizard. and so on. Like every class has its own, like some are high, some are low, some are neutral.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually going to move... oh no, DXN needed revival. Are you worth 420 goth? Maybe. Oh, okay, so that's instant. It's not a kind of pathetic amount of health you start with. That's great. Alright. So you come down here, because you're quite a strong unit. And you go over to the temple, just so there is someone technically defending it. Okay. There's someone swimming across the ocean down here.
That griffin makes a bit of a difference.
It really does, yeah. Emerson's unit has met with the enemy. Oh yeah, so this will be Emerson's first fight, I think. I don't think that... Oh no. Okay, I'm going to need to intervene here. What was judgment again? Is that a
holy to all enemies? I would save those, honestly.
save those? Okay.
But let's see.
Yeah, toughest unit in the stage, I'm being told. I could try tower because that's a big damage one as well, I believe, from what you said.
Yeah, that one I believe is earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the same thing, but Tower's Earth and Judgment's Holy. I like to save the Holy ones because they're great against undead.
Okay.
And also, a lot of enemies later on are, like, super evil and end up being weak against Holy.
Alright. Well, there we go. Well, it's not absolutely fantastic, but not bad either.
It's okay.
Looks like they're concentrating on my weak character as well. I'm going to see if I can use another one. So death just finishes off enemies that are... Moon won't do anything here. What's Fool?
Fool makes all units except the leader retreat. I would save that for
Oh
bosses.
yeah, for bosses, yeah.
Let's see. Hangman. Used to lower the defense level of each member. Okay, so that just like lowers their defense, so you do more damage against them. You can go ahead and toss that one out.
Okay, let's try that. There they go. Should have spent more time at the range. Oh, come on! Someone hit him!
Well, thank goodness you used that hanged man there.
Alright, you're down, but frankly you were useless anyway. Oh! Oh, so that means,
Well, so you're gonna probably want to like immediately rush back there before they take that town, because again, letting the town fall is bad for your reputation.
Yeah.
You're not in great shape, but just use a cure on the soldier. And, like, they're pretty softened up too, so you should be
definitely.
okay. Just don't let them take that town.
Certainly. And we're going to use an item, and we're going to use a cure on you, and then on you. Oh no, not you. You. Okay.
And maybe put him on leader, because he's like really close to death anyway. So.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
And maybe put him on leader, because they're like really close to finishing that guy off anyway.
Okay. Oh, while we're here, is selling the moon rose its intended purpose, or does it have a hidden purpose as well?
Let me check.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait until Penny can play games, you know. It's
It has a sell price of 200, which is really not a lot. So I'm assuming that you're going to need it for
Yeah, that's
like
rubbish.
someone somewhere is going to give you a better price for it than just selling it out of your inventory.
Yeah. It's odd that they would specifically tell you to sell it and then it's actually useless. Okay, so change.
Well, they said maybe someone will find it, or maybe someone will buy
yeah.
it from it.
Okay, yeah. So what were you saying about leader here?
No, I mean like when you get back into battle, change the tactics so they go after.
Oh, change the tactics to. Yeah. Okay.
Because the enemy leader's just about done anyway.
Oh, 2
Ooh.
inches away from the gate.
Wow, that was close.
Okay, leader's the tactic. Somebody hit him
And
for
you should be
God's
good.
sake. 2. Okay, that's it.
Okay, at this point you have saved that town because even if you somehow don't win the battle at this point, they're just going to retreat without the leader.
Yep. Oh, they're really on the weak tactic as well. Oh God! Come on!
I think they're just higher level because those guys are hitting.
Yeah,
pretty
they are.
hard.
All right. Okay, I've liberated the city of Bawal, which means it's time for me to start going for that hidden city. Do I pull the card? Absolutely. It's full. And we've got luck. That's good. I can't remember. So you're that group of barbarians, the rebel forces, huh? Just what do you think you're fighting for? Honor? Yes. Is this dependent on my progress through the level, or?
I don't think so. No.
Yes, for honor. My friend has thrown away any. I'm not doing the accent anymore. My friend has thrown away any honor he had for the sake of the people. He gave up all of his pride and joined the Empire just to save a few lives. Can you comprehend that? The feeling of having to bow to the Empire even while being called a dog. Dunamis, it was whatever was closest to what it came out to be. I kind of heard that impression at the same time you did. I was. Whether the continent is ruled by the Empire or the rebels is no concern of mine. Alright, okay, now what? Let's see. So, Brian's being set upon by 2 others, but I'm completely unworried about him. Hurry up a bit, will you? Let's... Alright, maybe I should send the Griffin to it, because it'll be a lot faster. Alright,
I'm amazed this unit actually tried again. This is kind of one of those ones where I almost feel bad for them. You'd think they would have learned after the first time, like, oh, maybe don't pick on Brian.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for playing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who's next? Alright. Have at it. Oh, what was that? Okay, at last, some movement on the leader. Oh, that was impolite. Okay. That's not as good as I thought, honestly, but they did cripple them and throw them into the sea.
Yeah, I think you're not going to have any problems with them next time.
So do all the units originate from the boss castle?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if they're towns and temples and stuff that the Empire still has control of, they can be garrisoned there along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
So
coming after Brian's
they're just
force
gonna
now.
keep pounding on this brick wall with
I
a
was gonna say, you don't need a
spoon.
card for this. I think they've got this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really, at this point, Brian's the only thing that can harm this unit is if they just throw like the entire army at them in a row. Eventually, they're going to get worn down.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, they're camped out in the town that has the cure potions in it. So oh, and they're getting levels too
Yeah.
because of all the fighting they're doing.
Let's just keep going with this. Oh no! I thought I'd got rid of them. I suppose there's another identical unit. Let's give them a bit of help. So what was Fool again? Is that the one that?
All but yeah, everyone with the leader runs
Yeah,
away.
yeah. So let's not leave that. Justice, death, strength. Well,
Strength, I think, just gives you a strength boost. You can maybe do that. Let me check on that.
Mm-hmm. I'll go with that.
Oh, it increases your defense.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good.
that's good.
Okay, come on. All right. So they did have a level up, so maybe the vast discrepancy in levels is being made up for a bit now, so they're hitting him a bit more. Wow, it seems that way. 41. Hold on, soldier. Oh, actually, okay. Actually, turns out you're dead. Sorry.
Dang. Well,
So there is a
That's
revive item
gonna-
for sale.
yes, it's not cheap, but
Mhm.
in a situation like this, I think you might just need it because they're coming at you, and
Mhm.
you don't really have time to go hit a temple and back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so, not you, that one, you, not the town, the unit in the town, buy item. Gonna revive.
Oh, there are the jokers. If you need more cards.
Oh, yeah. I'll try that. 3 of those, please.
And I think you use those in the field, and it just adds a card to your.
Alright.
Like, I don't think you use the Joker in battle. I think you just use it right now, and then you have a card for later.
Magician.
Yes. Okay. Magician. Magician is attacks everyone with fire.
Okay.
Hermit, attacks. I think that's attacks everyone with lightning. What was the third one?
Hermit. Oh, sorry, the third one was just moon.
And another moon. That one flips the rows. It
Yep.
makes it makes the enemy's rows inverted, turns the back units into front units, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
At this point, I think you've got it under control, though.
Yeah. I found a staff in the enemy unit.
Staff. Let me make sure that's not secretly something really cool.
Oh, it can't be equipped. I thought it was a piece of equipment.
Oh, it's an item?
Hmm.
Holy hell, that's an undead staff. Okay. That is a really lucky drop.
I seem to have a lot of luck here.
Let me put it this way. Brian's unit's been gaining levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
If either of those wizards can promote after this mission, then the undead staff should promote them to the one after that. So they just get like 2 class changes in a row. And
Oh,
they
wow.
become... God, having that tier in like this stage of the game, like Brian's unit's already like destroying everything. That's just gonna make things unfair.
Well, being evil has its advantages, it turns out. You found some temp workers in the enemy unit. Alright, okay, I finished moving.
Okay, there's gotta be a hidden something right there in that square there, right next to you.
Oh, yeah. You found the self-ruled city, Lenicum. Find out! Alright, so we've liberated that. And I'm going to pull a card, and I've got strength, that's good, and I'm lucky. Gilbert seems worried as to whether the rebels are really strong enough to defeat the Empire. I'm sure he's watching you closely. He hasn't really been a pawn of the Empire. He's just afraid that the people of Sharon will be hurt if he helps you. Put yourself in his position and try to help him if you can. I will. Okay. Let's move you down to this corner here. Meanwhile, Brian can just continue soaking up all the experience.
That's kind of what you end up doing in this game anyway. You have like one unit that soaks up all the experience and is just the one that is used to kill everyone. The catch is that invariably makes the alignment of that unit plummet, because picking on enemies that are lower level than you harms the alignment of that unit, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's actually a good thing in the case of the wizards. Wizards are low alignment units anyway. That helps them be promoted. It just means, I guess it works out that this is the unit you gave the evil axe to, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, there you go. Good use of moon.
Right, get her. I used to hate the enemies that did this in Etrian Odyssey, you know? Especially in 3 and below, when switching isn't a free action.
Enemies could switch your...
Yeah, I think once you get to the place with all the eyeballs in Etrian Odyssey 3, the bonus stratum, suddenly there's this enemy that can use a vine or something, and it switches your order around. And then you have to waste turns getting your mage back to the back row and your fighter back to the front.
Now, I've 100%ed Etrian Odyssey 3, so I forgot about that part. Huh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Alright, here's DXN's time to shine.
By the way, this is a long mission, and your opinion leader is kind of like one of those, if he falls, it's instant game over. You might want a save state.
Oh, thank you. Okay. What do I do? So, file, I'm going to save game position in slot 1.
There you go.
Alright.
Especially because you've got a freaking undead staff. Like, don't...
This is a precious save game.
Yes.
Detherian was anticipating me pressing the load button by mistake.
That would be just our luck, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, the good news is you seem pretty good at handling this type of unit this time.
Yeah, that was incredible.
A level difference or something.
Yeah, I mean...
you might want to heal that one soldier, but, you know.
Yeah, and that wasn't even my superstar unit. This is
Seems like Brian and the opinion leader are turning out to be the powerful units here.
yeah.
Which I guess it works out that you ended up with a low alignment opinion leader, so it puts you in that position to do that anyway.
All right, here we go. I love the little skulls on the map. The idea of the enemy just dragging their carcass back to the base so they can regroup.
That's kind of what they're doing, honestly. And once they get home, they'll revive the leader, and then they'll come right back after you again. But it does buy you some time while they're, trekking back home.
Mm-hmm. All right. They're just having a laugh now. They're not even having to try.
I mean, you do have to keep them healed still.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, they do seem to be having a pretty good time of it. I'm mostly just worried about you're getting pretty close to the boss there.
Oh, yeah. Penny was complaining to her mum. This is just unrelated. I just thought of it. That she was saying on her way back from daycare, and Mama was driving. She said, "Drive faster, drive faster." And she says, "I'm not driving slowly. Why do you want me to drive faster?" And Penny says, "Daddy does." And then I don't think that I'm a particularly fast driver, but perhaps she just wasn't feeling it that day. Okay, so let's divert you down there. He's got a lot faster since I last used him. Alright, so you're going to move over to here. There seem to be some wizards heading in this direction, about to be battered.
Well, that's a witch, which does have the potential to annoy Brian's unit if they can stun lock him, I guess. But other than that, I think Brian's pretty much got the situation under control. A witch and 2 amp. Yeah, that's not even a good unit. So I think he got this.
Donovan says that he remembers a drive like an OAP, and perhaps that was true. When I just passed my test, I was kind of nervous and preferred to go slower than faster, but
Good God, lands in that.
I know. But a couple of years of driving in Boston will rapidly cure you of that. Just staying stunned here. Right, wake up. That's good. Oh, shame I didn't get to finish it off, but all right.
She'll be back against her better judgment.
Move. They're not quitting, are they? You'd think they'd tried to find some other way round by now.
That's the thing. Like, the AI in this game, as long as the leader is still alive, they will think, yeah, I'll pick on Brian again. The first time went so well.
Oh, come on! Tornado misses a bit more than it hits, really. There we go. You found a sunshine in the enemy unit.
What is a sunshine?
What is a sunshine?
I will look that up real quick. A sunshine is... It changes the time of day to noon.
Oh, okay, so it's the opposite of the moon card, okay.
Yeah.
Liberation. I would like to pull a card, please. Oh, good, a judgment. The HP max of this unit's character went up 2 points. So we're going to keep that. Oh, wow, who are you? Oh, well, thank you for that. My name is Yulia. People are quick to say they want peace, but slow to work for it. Are you rebels the same? DXN's units have finished moving.
Okay, pause, because I really thought she was supposed to give you the one with victory there. One moment, please.
Mm-hmm.
Are you freaking serious?
Yes?
Let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. One moment, please.
Alright.
What's your reputation like?
My reputation? I don't know how to check.
It's that gauge in the upper right corner there.
Oh, okay, so it's medium low.
Great. Yeah. Okay, it says, once you have liberated all the cities, including the hidden city Wanakan southwest of Shanghai, which we got that one.
Yeah.
And if your reputation is high enough, Helia will offer you the wing of victory. I think you have, maybe get that temple just in case.
Alright.
Other than that, I think you have all the cities. I don't think that counts. Maybe she's just not giving you the wing because your reputation's too low, in which case, there's not a whole lot we can do here in that case. I think we're kind of on track for the not great ending at that point.
Okay. So what raises and lowers your reputation? You said that reputation lowers when you lose a city.
So letting your reputation drops when the enemy retakes a city you've liberated. It also drops when you liberate a city with a low alignment unit.
Oh, okay. So is alignment a measure of good and evil, or is it different?
It's like a character-specific measure of good and evil. So you can be, like, your reputation is, your overall approval rating of, like, the entire rebellion. You can have a really high reputation, just have, like, the one evil unit which you use to beat up on people, which is pretty much what you're doing, and pretty much what the standard strategy is, actually.
Alright, off they go. Okay, here's some income, that's nice.
Good heavens, okay. Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about money.
Liberated the Roshan Temple. Hooray! I'm going to pull a card. World! From now on, the drawing a from drawing a tarot card will affect all deployed groups. Yeah. You found an item. It's a royal thing.
A royal... What is that? A royal...
Let's have a look. Welcome to our temple. I think you may have noticed that it costs 3 times the deployment cost of a character to revive him. For some characters, it may be cheaper just to recruit a new character. Life is precious, but it has its limit. But you have to watch your pocketbook. Oh, as a man of the gods, I can't believe I just said that. Okay, let's have a look at these items then. It's a helmet.
Okay, if that was the Royal Crown item, I would seriously wonder what the hell is up with your luck in this. The Royal Crown helmet is a little less exciting. That's still pretty good. It's a Holy Elemental helmet. It has physical +7 and white +13.
All
so
right.
it's good defense boost. Put it on a good aligned unit, I guess.
All right. So good aligned. Is that's higher alignment?
Yes. Someone who uses white elemental attacks, I guess.
Oh god, I've no idea. I'll save that.
Give it to one of your clerics.
Okay.
Your clerics aren't going to be in Brian's hand. That's the
No, that's right. Okay, I'll find them later.
Yeah. Not super important.
Okay.
Okay, well, so one last try here. Otherwise, I think we might just be sort of out of luck here. Are there any cities on the map that you have not liberated yet?
None. Unless there are any more hidden ones, I've got them all.
Okay, that hidden temple where Yulia was?
Mm-hmm.
Step outside and go back in.
All right.
Give her one more chance to see if she'll change her mind and give you the win.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I think we're locked out of doing this.
All right.
But we can't say we didn't try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've just finished moving.
I don't know. I don't think you actually left.
Oh, really? A warrior called the Wind Rider lives in this town. Thanks.
Yeah, if you leave and come back, they actually talk to you again.
Go in the city. There we go. Yeah,
No, I mean, you have to like step outside.
Oh, I have to step
I think
outside
you
it.
left I don't think you left it enough
Mhm.
this time, is what I'm saying.
Oh. Got another epic battle with Brian. Yeah, we had a question from a while ago that are heals more powerful cures, or do they apply to multiple units? And I initially thought that the difference between cure and heal must be that one of them was a status element thing, but
Well, I'm the one that has the player's guide in my lap. Let me look that up real quick. Cure is a cure potion. It recovers 50 hit points. Heal is a cure stone. It recovers 100 hit points. So yeah, it is a more powerful heal. Or it is more
Okay.
powerful cure.
Okay. Okay, well, we've battered yet another unit. I think it's time to take on this boss if this doesn't work.
If it doesn't work, then yeah, there's nothing more we can do here. We're locked out of getting Canopus and Gilbert, and probably on track for one of the not best endings. But whatever. We've got an undead staff, which is a really good draw. So whatever. We're gonna win this game.
Yeah,
we might not get the best ending. but-
My luck had to run out sometime. Okay, both of you go to the castle and just commence battering. Okay, we're going to stop you just there to let the other unit get closer. Oh. Okay, well let's fight the trolls on the bridge. Yeah, Delirian, I loved the sunset palette change. I have no idea what kind of mathematics is behind it, but they did some great things with the palette. Yeah, I'm definitely hitting more consistently now than I was at just the start of this scenario. When do we see some ogres in this game? That's a very good question, because it's called Ogre Battle and I haven't battled an ogre yet.
Yeah. Funny thing about that, actually. So ogres in the Ogre Battle lore are a special kind of demon from probably like the first 3 episodes. It's like they're mythical figures, basically.
Just
They
like the first
don't-
3 episodes are.
Yeah, they don't really exist in modern times, or let me put it this way: they don't really exist on this plane in modern times. Like, not unless someone's like doing some demon summoning or something. Basically, when they say ogres, they mean demons. And I think the reason for that, again, is because Ogre Battle's a Queen song, and I think they just wanted to make a game called Ogre Battle, and then after the fact, they were like, okay, let's justify this somehow. What is an ogre? Oh, it's an important part of our saga. It's the war against heaven and hell and all that stuff.
And
Which happened, back in the creation of, it's part of the creation story of how this universe came to be, basically.
The ultimate battle kangaroo. What? Why must you rebel against the Empire? I understand why you hate them. I feel the same. However, I must protect my people and the Prince of Shadow. If you insist on destroying that peace, I must stop you. Okay.
This might be where you want to use a fool, actually.
Yeah, that's so does it matter about their health, or can I just do it from the offset?
Yeah, just do it. It just erases them. Now all you have to do is take out Gilbert in within the rest of your battle. Because if you can't get it done here, then they'll come back.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Next fight, but as long as you guys can get it done here, then that's just the end of the mission right there.
It's not looking too difficult just now. Come on. Well done, foot soldier.
Yep, you got it. And that is why fools are a very powerful card.
Amazing. You liberated Parsifal.
We missed Canopus and Gilbert, and we're on track for one of the not great endings, but whatever. We've got really good luck as far as units go. That undead stuff is freaking amazing. Let's see if anyone can be promoted just yet.
Bloody hell. Alright, so let's just look at promotions, and how long have we been going? We've been going for nearly 3 hours now, so let's look at promotions, and
yeah, I think we can call it after this, but I just want to see if anyone can be promoted first, because I'm really excited to use that staff if we can.
So let's look at Brian's army. So next level, 41 experience for both of them. Is that...
No, I mean, see if you can change class.
Oh, change class, okay. Change class. Up okay. So there's an okay, there's okay, there's up okay, and then there's no.
So up okay means that unit can be promoted to a better, like an upgrade, the next class up.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay means they can be promoted, they can change class, but they can't change class up just yet. Like, they can change back into a fighter if they want. I don't know why you'd want to do that. So for all intents and purposes, that basically means no, unless in case you unless you really changed your mind about having a wizard and you'd rather have him be a knight or something. But no, basically you're generally interested when it says up okay.
Okay. And when does that happen? So is it separate from experience?
That depends on the class and what you're trying to promote to, because they all have their own requirements. So the step up from a wizard, because I have the strategy guide right now up here. The next class up is mage. That's a wizard who is level 10 or above, has charisma 60 or above, and alignment of 10 to 35.
Oh wow, okay, so Notom is the most evil wizard who ever was. And Brian's in that range, but we've got some time to go before we can reach that, because we need to reach level 10 first.
Good heavens, I've never met anyone who's too evil to become a mage.
Oops, no.
So once they hit level 10, they can become a mage. Once they become a mage, all you have to do is use this staff on any mage, and they become a sorcerer, and that's when things just really break down. Once you get a sorcerer, the game will never be difficult ever again.
So do people just start off as the fighters and then they specialize?
Yes, they start off as either fighters or Amazons, and then they can go to one of their classes from there.
All right.
You will want to promote your fighters, though. There's no reason to just leave them a fighter.
Oh yeah. Oh, so it doesn't cost anything. It's just.
Correct.
So it looks like fighter wizards is the only option I have just now. Is that
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you wanted them to be anything else, you'd have to play with the requirements for that. Otherwise, just make them wizards, I guess.
Let's go to change class again. Oh, these ones. Okay, so we can get Wild Man, Ninja, Beast Man, Doll Mage, and then Wizard.
Doll Mages are those long-haired wizards, or those long-haired mages. You met them, the ones that cast acid at you.
Yeah.
So a Doll Mage has acid for one. It only does once in the entire battle, but it does hit everyone, and you've seen, it does hit kind of hard. Let's see. Wild Man, those are those big guys with horns and clubs and everything, the Viking-looking guys. They're just more evil versions of knights, basically. They're just melee units that hit harder. Ninjas.
I'll have one of those just while we're at it. There we go. Yeah, ninjas.
Ninja in the front row, it will do 3 shuriken attacks, which are just melee attacks. In the back row, it does 2 ninjutsus. Those are those things where they just like threw a lightning bolt at you or whatever, and it can be either fire, lightning, or ice. So yeah, we've got Wild Man, Ninja, Beastman. Those, I believe, are the bald guys with the whips. Yeah, they just either, and they can do it from either row. They whip twice in the front row, they whip twice in the back row. So they're versatile. I think you can probably do better if you specialize and just put them where they're supposed to be, but I guess the strength about Beastmen is you can put them anywhere.
Okay, so let's have a Beastman there. Alright, and yeah, I am dangerously into this now. So, yeah, I just, well, I thought I completed Bloodstained Ritual of the Night just yesterday, but I beat it, the final boss. The game is still going. So I've got something else to do, but yeah, this has definitely captured my attention much more than I thought it would. So thank you very much for showing me around through it.
Well, cool. I'm glad you like it.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching. And Donimus, you're ruining my reputation. Nobody knows here that I can't do British accents. All right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Celine. Thank you, Sarah, who's in the background somewhere. And yeah, this is the longest video that I've ever done for Stumbling Through, and the longest one on my YouTube channel by far. But thank you, Celine, for your donation to Races as well, which is fantastic.
Well, thank you. This is going pretty well. I might, if I save up money, I might donate to make another part of this. Hang on to your save file just in case, but I do have to slow down on my spending for now.
All right. Oh yeah, and I've got to speed up on my video editing to get the queue down.
Yeah, we'll let you do other videos first, but hang on to the save file just in case we come back to it.
All right.
You're having fun with it. I'm having fun with it.
Yeah,
we'll
it's a good combination.
I really want to see that undead staff put to use. You can't just get one of those and then not use it.
All right then. I'll just save game position extra hard, and we'll continue this at some point in the future.
All right. Take care, everyone. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.